Hello and welcome back everybody, I'm Proper Barbarian and we are currently in open rebellion against the King of Germany in the hope that we can defeat now Wilhelm, earlier Tankma, and take the crown for ourselves. Let's take a look. Let's take him just down over here. For a long while now you have not felt the presence of the Blessed Virgin in your thoughts. You're starting to wonder whether there really is any truth in the Bible or if perhaps it is just an old book written by clever liars. Perish these blasphemous thoughts. Well, I am a zealot. I mean, that's, you know, the entire purpose of what we've been doing. I think. Oh, and he moved his capital to Thuringia. Who the hell is Wilhelm? What? Wait, I remember the von Weimar dynasty. My relative, the Duchess of Trier, is married to them. I see how it is. So our old nemesis is gone, the excommunicated man is gone, but our war has already begun and I am the rightful king of Germany. I will not stop now. Let's take him down here. How did he die? Died in battle against Tankma. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this? Tankma died in battle against himself. I guess oppression knows many forms, and none of them are beautiful. Today I was approached by my half-brother Volkmar. He has told me that he has grown increasingly concerned by my eating habits. Sure dude, I'll eat more. I have no problem with being overweight. You think that's an issue for me? That's the dream! Right, let's take him down here. Volkmar's advice was really the motivation that I needed to get back in shape. I cannot believe how close I was to spending the rest of my life as a fat pig. Blissfully unaware of my own condition. Are you kidding me, Volkmar? What are you doing? Once I'm king, I gotta clean up. Quite a bit, I think. Catholicism is struggling and we have to teach a lot of people around us a lesson or else we face the consequences of an incredibly weak faith. Which of course nobody can afford. Neither us nor any other Christians. The Pope holding Lotharingia is honestly quite interesting. Are there, just for the record here, are there any claimants to it? No. Wow. So the Pope just holds Lotharingia for all eternity now. Which may make it harder to form the HRE. I would love to form the Holy Roman Empire, but whether we can actually do that is of course something a bit different. I don't have the money for Cluny. Actually, I'm zealous and I'm generous. You have received a visitor, a monk from the famous great abbey of Cluny. He tells you that the monkeys there spend much of their days in devoted prayer, and that they always mention the names of the most pious Christians in those prayers. If you would demonstrate your immense piety by donating a large sum of gold to Cluny Abbey, you would surely be among those present in the monkeys' prayers. Go, dude. I'm running out of money slowly but steadily, but gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta pay for it sometimes. Why are you raising your troops? Jurabo over Camavia. Sure. Ooh, they got a couple more troops here. That was a fairly close battle, I gotta tell you. But in the end, we came out on top as we always do. And the Kingdom of Germany is going to be ours. For some time now, my wife Agnes has been avoiding me. She has not visited my bedchamber for several weeks. When I have demanded to know why, she has given me nothing but feeble excuses. Today I overheard a couple of her servants gossiping. They said Agnes has contracted syphilis. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. Surely there's another reason. Here's the great pox, man. Sucks for you. I mean, I love my wife. Honestly, I don't think that she's cheating on me, right? She wouldn't do that. I got kind. Very nice. And the war is over. Duke Wilhelm would have never claimed the kingdom title. But at the very least, now we are victorious. Supreme rulers of all Germany. I just need to be king of Italy, huh? How would I become the king of Italy? So I thought about this quite a bit, and I thought about, you know, what can we do here, where can we go with this playthrough, and where can we go as this character, because of course this won't last forever, but we need a Europe that is, I would call it, functional, because as you can see, Catholicism is of course under assault, the Sunnis are coming, the Germanic are coming as well, fairly strong, although we defended Lotharingia quite valiantly in the Crusade. Now, what I'm saying is that essentially I was looking for a way to form the Holy Roman Empire. There is sadly no legitimate way, if you want to call it that. You know, I can't just do it with any mechanics, and the AI would never be able to manage. So, what I have decided is essentially roleplay-wise, we have always been in a position where we have served the Pope. We've served him both in the Crusade and, of course, also against Tankmas. So, what I did was I gave myself a claim on Arles and Italy, and the reasoning being that both of these are excommunicated. And I'm sure that the Pope is looking for protection, seeing as the Muslims are encroaching on him and seeing as he just rarely or barely got hold of Lotharingia itself. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to claim Italy and Arles in wars immediately. Meaning we're immediately going to go ahead and declare wars against these people at the same time, hopefully winning both of them and then creating the Holy Roman Empire. Now the thing about this is that once we claim this, once they form the Holy Roman Empire, once we get crowned by the Pope, I will have an obligation to give him this vassal, Duke Anscario of Spoleto, and we are going to have a spooky, scary papacy. A papacy that ain't nothing to fuck with, and I will never do a reference like that ever again. Now, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we are going to try and defeat the excommunicated rulers all at the same time. They are threatening Rome, and Rome shall be threatened no longer. There's a lot of stuff to do here as well. I'm going to put my crown focus down on Oldenburg. I think that's going to be our focus. The new imperial city of Oldenburg. Ah, yes. We got some factions going as well here. And, you know, as Bismarck said, it is the nature, it's the national hobby of every German to be angry at their government. Or, well, at least to talk shit about the government. And here we are. They are already doing it in 959. Truly a national hobby. We have inherited Hadeln from Volkmar of Hadeln, the Germanic brother of ours. No longer. Interesting, I didn't even do anything to actually get this result. Now, where is Hadeln? Huh. Interesting. I've never seen this city before, I swear to God. Is there a duchy here? Bremen. I don't want to revoke that. And look at that. We can see the first battle approaching. Arles has arrived with an army. Welf is trying to defend his country. But of course that can't be happening. We are attacking into the mountains. A risky fight, but I think Egbert knows that he has to take out his enemies as soon as he can. Else he will face an issue. Look at that. They have good tactics, but I think we will win just because of the numbers. They have great commanders, I gotta tell ya. And look at that. This is something that I was fearing this. But then the king himself has cleaned out the rest of the rabble. We are kind of running out of money, aren't we? Hey, where did these come from? Didn't I raise these earlier? We'll bring them over here. 10,000 still available to us. Essentially, the Pope told us, if you want to be crowned, if you want to be recognized as the ruler that you just became because you rebelled, then you have to make it clear, both to the world and to me, that you are a trustworthy servant of the Pope. 300 bucks, my god, dude. Sure, you know what? I'm a very zealous man. I'm a very zealous man. And if I'm not mistaken, then this abbey will be a part of our realm once I'm done here, right? Oh no, it's actually part of France. And we're not even going to get it. I don't know where the Italian armies are, but I am not exactly complaining. And these are only hills, meaning I probably actually want to be attacking our enemy in these ones. Yeah, look at that. We're going to fight in Basel. Basel will see the downfall of our opponent right here. Gorgeous. Look at it. You got thoroughly crushed, my friend. Oh my god. Italy! They sailed all the way up there, didn't they? Certainly didn't see them before, but I will not bother with them. Not even my homie's sieging. What's he doing? A destitute noble. Gunzelin. Who are you? Another one, huh? Gunzelin von Brandenburg. Interesting. He's just coming down again. He didn't even siege down. He just sieged down the Prince Archbishop Nikolaus of Bremen. What did he ever do to the Italians? My god, that is just rude. Ali, you are no longer. You are. Ali is a lord no longer. We've taken him out and he merely now rules over. Where even does he rule? In Provence. There he is. He's still mad at me, of course, but what can I do? Now we have one more war to fight, and it is the war against Italy, who so far has done their own thing. And they are defending against the Sardinian band, the Sardinian invasion of Italy. Oh, that's great. That is really good. Couldn't pay their mercenaries, huh? Well, maybe that same fate will come to me, but we'll have to see about that. The Italians are coming to us. And that, of course, I will not accept. Where's he going here? Where's he going with... Oh, don't go there. Where's he going with his army? I think he's going for our capital this time around. And we have to, of course, be there. We gotta stop him. Oh, he's coming for us here. That's foolish. The battle against Italy is happening in wonderful Marburg. Never been, but I've only heard good things. Now, our reinforcements will come fairly late, but the king himself shall defend Marburg against the encroaching Italian threat. And that is a very early battle. We need until the 13th of April, but I think we can hold until then. Though our flank almost broke, but this is an absolute defeat for Italy. Beautiful. The Italians defeated north of the Alps. They never should have come here. Now let's finish this off. I've also decided, by the way, to actually leave the Pope here in Lotharingia. I think that is kind of cute. You know, I think that is kind of cute that the Pope is controlling this directly. I assume that sooner rather than later, you know, his rule may come to an end over here. I mean, look at this. Minus 100, fled a just duel. He's at 4, but, you know, that's still pretty fair. A lot of people like him, actually, now that I look at it. But I think maybe long term, he's actually going to lose it all. At the very least, I can hope that he will. And I think I gotta dissolve my troops here. Well, not my troops, but I have to dissolve the higher troops. We should still be fine when it comes to the actual amount of troops that we have running around. Is he going for my capital? Yes, he is. I don't think it was meant to hurt me, but the criticism still stung harder than it should have. You know what? Let's turn the other cheek. Let's become a good person. We have served the Pope, we have served Christianity, and if we aren't good, then who will be? Wismar was sieged down, excuse me? Hey, get out of there, Harald. Look at that, Poland still exists, but under a different leadership, damn. How did you come to power? Conquered in a war. He is a Polish man, and he is also Slavic pagan. His father lived in Wrocław all his day. So, well, Poland is suffering, but Poland technically still does exist indeed. We have this isolated Lord of Mazovia. If he were to become the king of Poland, that would be magnificent, but how likely is it really? And beyond that, I mean, nothing much is happening, it appears. What is happening over here? Westisland has taken out Nordland, and actually, I think it's the other way around. I think Nordland may have taken out Westisland. Gutfried conquered this in a war, and now we have, over the north of Iceland, our former husband's son. Yes, indeed, not our son, but our former husband's son, Arni of Westisland. You know what? I'll take that as a victory. Agnes has been hiding from her enemies for some time now, living in relative isolation. The experience seems to have changed her. You find that she no longer shows a physical interest in you the same way that she used to. Hell have no fury. Damn, Queen Agnes is now celibate, and we will probably not have a child with her. King Egbert the Usurper will have no child. Duke Hartmann is the only house Billung that remains, if I'm not mistaken here. Oh, we technically have Clementia, I guess. But Clementia is in a regular marriage, so eventually she will end up with child, and a dynasty most certainly will survive, but I think in a very much weakened state. Consumption has broken out in Bremen, okay. Good to know, although not all that important, I think. There's an infidel at your court, my liege, my court chaplain Bishop Adam said. I demand you banish the infidel. Get this Norse out of here. Why do you all hate me so? What's going on here? Traitor. Too many held duchies. What kind of duchies am I holding? Hungary? I guess I can give away Franconia again. My wife, maybe? Wouldn't that be a plan? Hello, wife! Why, yes. The Duchy of Franconia shall be yours. Beautiful. People still, of course, hate me, but, you know, hopefully not as much. Yeah, I'm not exactly a favorite king of them, you know? One seat on the council. Let's take a look at our council. It appears that we are neglecting a lot of people here. Oh my god, don't do that. Don't you kill me, I swear to god. Swabia, you can be my spy master. Don't you plot against me. Fabricated claim. I have nothing against these claims, in all honesty. I think they are perfectly fine. I'm more worried about rebellions. Rebellions would put all of this to an end, and we certainly do not have the time to deal with them. We're under pressure to move. Our rule is not recognized neither by our vassals. I mean, You know, it's interesting, of course, the post-proposal did not actually happen in terms of gameplay mechanics. I just made that up as a roleplay mechanic, but as you can see here, all those people hate me. They don't see me as a true ruler. And you can even see that here, for example, it will read out, raised levies, 1 seat on the council, vicious rumors, uncrowned. We have to do something about this, and we can only do that, we will only get the blessing of the Pope for being the king of the Germans and the king of the West Roman Empire if we take out Italy and then grant the Pope the title that he deserves. The war isn't going quite as I thought it would. I lose more men. Nope, you know what? No. I do not need help. The war is literally over. What a silly event. But with that, Italy has fallen and we are in full control and he controls Sardinia. Are you joking? Ah, he made a kingdom while we were away. That is actually ridiculous. Pope, I hope that you can forgive me. Man, these borders are actually hideous. But that just, you know, I guess it just shows the rebellious nature of Italy, right? The city-states of Italy, they said, we do not want to serve the Germans, we will continue to serve you, King Gottfried, the Avenger. I guess that is exactly what we got here. So, with that being said, with a realm to rival that of Charlemagne, I could be recognized as his true successor, and invoking Translatio Imperii, I have Pope Eugenius III crown me Emperor of a new Roman Empire in the West. Absolutely. The Holy Roman Empire has been created, and we are its leader. Now, I sadly couldn't give the Pope Sardinia and Corsica here, but I think eventually I should be able to do it. At least I hope that eventually I'll be able to do it, because if not, then that would be very sorry. Or rather, I would be sorry for it. Now, we are the new emperor, and as the new emperor, of course, I will be crowned. No doubt about it. But I need some more money, I guess. But look at that. We created a centerpiece of the map. Maybe we can make this work after all. Maybe we can get our things together and teach everyone else that the center here is protected, both the Slavs and the Norse. Yeah, so what we're going to do is, we're going to give the Pope these lands by doing the Papal Wars whenever we can. It will take some time, but we're going to get there, I think. Oh, and somebody declared an excommunication war against the King of Sardinia. Man, this is a problem for King Godofred the Avenger. First of all, cool name. Second of all, still a crime. No, this is a difficult situation for the former King of Italy and the now King of Sardinia, because he is essentially now facing an excommunication war beyond even just losing the kingdom tier title. And this excommunication war would mean that he would have to step down and then Prince Odon would take over. Which, interestingly enough, would reintegrate Sardinia and Corsica. And then I could give the Pope his titles. Then I could indeed give the Pope his titles. Now, who should we vote for? I'm going to vote for Hartmann. Not in the hope, though, that anyone else will. You know how it goes. People don't like the idea of a kid leading them, of course. So no surprise there. And the Pope appears to also be at war, defending in Hollander claim against Toxandria. Are you challenging the Pope, Duke Dirk? What are you doing? Now, something that you will never see is that, of course, the Holy Roman Empire has a capital in Oldenburg. I mean, Oldenburg is like absolute backwater city. Don't tell anyone from Oldenburg, though. Jesus Christ, look at all these sicknesses. Consumption, measles, slow fever. And the Cluny Abbey wants yet more gold. But this time around, they actually only want 100 gold. I will definitely spend that. I think that is worth it. What we get out of that is definitely worth it. Now, what I like about this, by the way, is that we have now created a realm that should be fairly stable, but isn't all powerful. Think about it. We don't even have Bohemia, we don't have Lotharingia, we're not getting Lotharingia in the first place. I think this is a pretty good spot to start with when it comes to taking control of Central Europe, but not, you know, ousting everyone else. I hope that the Catholics with this power can stand against the Umayyads. Invasion of Maghreb. Oh my... Wait, what? Who are you? Skiddity dub. How did you take over? The Liberator. How did he do that? Did he actually come from all the way over here? No way. How did he start out? Conquered as Liz... He led an uprising and actually took over the entire Maghreb. Look at this. He actually exchanged everyone. An entire kingdom of Catholic Berbers. And they are under assault by Caliph Al-Hakam the Great. And it looks to me as though Caliph Al-Hakam the Great will actually win. Oh my god. The Umayyad menace cannot be overstated. I think we're looking at a very rough time right there. I try to get a good night's sleep, but I'm tormented by horrible recurring nightmares of our people. The pleas for help and the hurtful words begin to get to me. Could I open the gates? Chetzone, by the way, thank you for subscribing. How are we doing in terms of sickness, actually? I haven't taken a look at it. You know what? I just want to survive this. I am a craven coward. I have apparently a theme here in these playthroughs. Yeah, we created this empire, but we still haven't been crowned. Although, of course, the Pope is willing to do it. Son of the devil, my god. I can't do it because I am behind locked walls. Right at this very moment. And look at that, more and more people. Modena now has also declared an excommunication war against Sardinia and Corsica. This looks interesting. We could get a very strong Italian counterpart to our Holy Roman Empire if this title gets indeed passed on to Florence. Which right now it looks like. He's the Odon of Tuscany and soon maybe Odon of Italy. Yeah, look at that, Prince Odon of Italy. But what will happen from here on out, whether we will become a crowned emperor, whether the Italians will band together against us, and whether the Umayyads are the threat that I think they are to Europe, we will see in the next episode. For the moment, I want to thank the members of the channel that are making videos like this one possible, namely the Barons Aaron, Stefan, the Richest T, Snywolf, Emma, Mamello, Thomas, and Lachlan. Then, of course, also the Counts, Shifty, Ixon, the Naughty, and Wombat, and last but not least, the absolutely beautiful Dukes, Suspicious Duck, Benedict, Nathan, Knight of Squires, Kenneth, Lexo, Roboman, My Dad Left Me at Arby's, and the absolute legends Eric and Aiden. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you later, alligator.